1 year ago, we saw this event host the finale of Season 1. This time, we are back with the Elimination Race as the event 14 in Season 2. I'm Guy Tayara. I'll be commentating on this event, looking at the Coaches Championship. The Blue Nudes, who will lead with 106 points over Team Lunar in second after their gold in the orbital track with 81 points. Lemmy Lunatics tied with Dragonflies for their final podium spot of 74. The Whirlwinds of 68, the Fireworks of 62, and Breaking Waves the only team left that can still win the Coaches Championship with 58 points. Now looking at the overall standings, Team Lunar will lead with 156 points over the Blue News and the Fireworks in third. The Refreshing Waves in fourth after their gold in Asteroid Collision. Lemmy Lunatics fifth, Dragonflies unfortunately been falling behind and down there in sixth, which is seventh, and the Green Satellites will round out the top half in eighth. Now we can see that our elimination race picks, of course, some marbles actually returning from last season. Of course, the four that we're looking out for will be the Breaking Waves, Dragonflies, Glitchy Gladiators, and Green Satellites, who appeared on the elimination race podiums in their respective leagues last season. Now looking at the demonstration run, of course, we saw this event already in the Season 2 B League. There's going to be some sections that we'll have to look out for, particularly that jump head section and the final spinners section. So you can see the double jump head will make a return for this season, but failing it could be costly for your chances at elimination. You can see it seems out that's the reserve of the Zoom Scope is Glorify, who has won this demo round. Malachi, the reserve of the Radiation Nation, in second, and Wahale in third. A complete top three made up of the reserves, and it seems that Hopper Cloud did length, unfortunately didn't actually finish the course. So the NFs, yeah, it's possible, but let's see if any of them will fall flat. As we start things off with in Heat 1, it will be Carrot from the Blessed Purity, who seems to be in last place, but Team Magenta has fallen behind. Now looking into the Plinko section, it is the Glitchy Gladiators up in front, but it seems that the Green Satellites, the gold medalists on the Season 1 B League at the front. Then all those who got 9th last season, has failed the jump pad section again. It seems that they might be the ones eliminated. And as it marbles across this line, Salamander 14, Zoom, our gold medalists last season in 15th. A poor performance, but not enough to be eliminated, as the Orbs will be the first team to be eliminated this event. They've had a good streak of events with a second in orbital track and a fourth in Asteroid Collision, but unfortunately that will end today. Now looking at Heat 2, it will be the Whirlwinds this time who lead the 15 remaining marbles. Lemmy Lunatics there in second, but it seems that is team. That could be the Reflecting Rodeos that have passed them. Pivot missed jump pad twice actually, and now it's the Fireworks who seem to be at danger of being eliminated. Right now, it's the Blue News that they'll have to fight with. Lemmy Lunatics cross the line first. They will win the round. The Blessed Purity in second, and it seems that the Reflecting Rodeos in third. It's made a good recovery there in fourth, but now as the remaining marbles fall down, it seems that that's the Fireworks who are eliminated in 15th. They finished second in the last heat, but the captain of the Fireworks, Explode, who has been improving every time we've seen them in individual events, will be knocked out early in 15th. It's a tragic result for a team that will be desperate to try and defend their title. Unfortunately, there will be a major setback for them. Next up in Heat 3, it will be the Refreshing Waves, another one of our top contenders that is actually at the back currently, but it seems that Wither Walkers, Reflecting Rodeos have crossed them. In the meantime, Dragonflies are currently at the back, but then they have overtaken their reserve, yet another reserve defect. It will be with the Whirlwinds who will win the Heat, charge in second. Reflecting Rodeos will take third from the Blessed Purity. As Marvel starts to cross the line, that is Team Lunar right now. It will be Dragonflies and Desolate fighting defect for that final momentum zone, and they will make it. The reserve of the Glitchy Gladiators Marble that got third in last season's Bay League will be the third marble eliminated this time round. A very disappointing result for the Glitchy Gladiators. Moving on to Heat 4. The Salamander finally seeming to have the good start. They've been consistently at the back, but the reserve of the Blue Nudes finally making a good round. So has the reserve of the Dragonfly Zoom. They've started off this event very slowly, but they seem to be having a good round. And as I say that though, it seems that the Wither Walkers who have been eliminated already, Desolate, and the most valuable marble runners up last season will have DNF of the course, and of course, so we can see Reflecting Rodeos and the Green Satellites will be the last marbles to cross the line. But Winter Walkers, unfortunately, of DNF will end their event early. It's been truly a disappointing season for that individual marble, with 40 points scored in 3 events last season to 4 points scored in 2 events this season. So Lemmy Lunatics will start things off here in Heat 5, but so far it will be Team Magenta who will be the ones leading. It seems right now it's the Pearlescent Purity that will win the heat quite comfortably actually, but Team Magenta might be able to claim 4th here, and it will be the Limited Lunatics who take instead head and pressing waves Team Magenta across. It will be that's the Whirlwind Surfing Sharks, and thus the Dragonflies once again up there in an elimination zone is Team Lunar and the Blue News who are fighting for the final spot. The two teams at the top, but it will be the Blue News who will be the team eliminated there in 12th. I mean, Salamander just got their best result of this event actually last heat they're in 4th, but unfortunately it will be the end of the event for them. Now moving on to Heat 6, it is the Pearlescent Purity once again leading. The team currently sits dead last, currently definitely a disappointing result for the runners-up of last season. He's currently pressing waves though. There's a big mishap there at the jump pad. They are currently in the last place, provisionally last place. Whirlwinds cross the line, Team Lunar, Surfing Stars, Green Satellites, that's Reflecting Rodeos. And it will be unfortunately with Team Magenta crossing the line, it will be the pressing waves, and he's a very disappointing result for them as well. They finished 3rd in last season's B-League Elimination Race, but they will have to settle for 11th. Yet another big contender knocked out in these early stages of the elimination race. It seems that this will come down to Team Lunar and Liftoff on how much they can extend their lead by. Like Green Satellites and the Essential Collection are currently the teams at the back. Green Satellites, the B-League winner, currently set to be eliminated. Here the Pearlescent Purity cross, and that's the Dragonflies. First top 3 there. The Whale in 4th, the Lemon Lunar 6 and 5th, Team Lunar 6, Team Magenta 7. Only fight between the Essential Collection and Green Satellites, unfortunately. Once again, the Green Satellites have been victim, are the newest victim of that fight, of that sector, that final sector, and they'll be eliminated. Unfortunately, could not complete the same heroics they did last season's B-League Elimination Race, but they will be finishing in 10th. Next up in Heat, to determine the final spot in this bottom half, it was Pearlescent Purity leading, but it's now Team Magenta, another one of those big teams that will be the ones that lead. And as a matter of fact, Pearlescent Purity, they were in the second half, but they have made an incredible run there, and they seemingly have taken themselves out. They are now safe from elimination, and the Reflecting Rodeos will cross the line, and unfortunately that'll be the end for the Eccentric Electric. Their 9th place finish in this season. Truly not much to be said there. Unfortunately, they had a decent run this event, but unfortunately it will end now. Next we'll see how in this top half who can. Of course, a lot of points up for play here. Dragonflies currently lead. Lemmy Lunatics, they're up there. They're in 2nd actually, but actually Pearlescent Purity surfing short. Pearlescent Purity currently not in last. They're in 2nd last, and that's Team Lunar who's at the back. But Lemmy Lunatics fortunately caught up in the spinners. The Team Lunar have the optimal line, and they do it. The Lemmy Lunatics have unfortunately the captain of the Lemmy Lunatics who finished 6th last season, their first ever individual event this season, will be eliminated in 8th with one round win and two second place finishes. They will probably be disappointed that they couldn't get any higher. Here, once again, it seems that Team Lunar has been actually scraping by the skin of their teeth. Let's see if that streak can continue. The Pearlescent Purity will lead. Karen seems determined to get that podium that has evaded them for so long already. Arguably one of the best marbles to not podium. They look set to actually take that podium. Currently, Team Lunar, they were actually in a pretty decent spot, comfortable spot. Unfortunately, they have fallen. that spinner section has cost them. Team Magenta and Dragonflies have crossed them on line, and Team Liftoff, their fifth, ironically enough, their fifth, seventh place finish in the heats. This time round, it was not good enough to escape elimination. However, the first top half for that individual marble is something to be proud of. Now looking at the top 6, the marbles that will be scoring double-digit points. It's Carrot in first. First, it seems that Zoom there in second. Mage in third, Reflect in fourth, or Kevin in fifth, and it will be the Surfing Sharks member Whale in sixth. The Prominent Reserve, the only other finish that Marble has had is a 14th place finish in the Sand Rally. As I say that, though, Reflecting Rodeos, they'll cross the line, and it will be the Dragonflies. That is, unfortunately for Zoom, arguably the best marble on this league. They will not be able to defend their elimination race gold, but still, 10 points is still nothing to stop at. But unfortunately for them, they will not be crossing the 100-point barrier this season. Looking at our final 5 marbles, it will be Carrot, Mage, Reflect, Pivot, and Whale. A lot of them teams actually all of these teams currently in the bottom half Zoom was actually the last marble that was in the top. That was right now in the provisional top half of the standings. Currently, it's Carrot who's crossed the line and won the heat, but it seems that Pivot, who has 4 round wins, will be the next one to be eliminated. It will be a matter of whether they can overtake Zoom. Reflect, and unfortunately it will be not. Once again in this main league elimination race, we had the marble that looks set to be the next to win. That looked set to be the winner last season was Carrot, get eliminated in 5th place. Of course, 5th place is still a decent position, but of course the Whirlwinds would have expected much more. Currently in this heat will determine the podium spots. It was Reflect that was leading temporarily, but it's now Mage, the captain of Team Magenta, and Carrot, who has overtaken Mage, and Whale was actually really far behind, but seems to make a comeback. It will be down to whether the Reflecting Rodeos can overtake the Surfing Sharks, but unfortunately they've been skating by that. They've been flirting with that elimination zone for quite a few rounds now. But unfortunately, this is the end with the same top 4 as last heat, surprisingly enough. But unfortunately for Reflecting Rodeos, for that captain, their best result yet had in this Bloxy Marble League, but unfortunately they'll be the ones to just barely miss out on that podium. Finally, in this to determine the 3rd place, we will have Heat 13, the penultimate heat here. Team Magenta, the captain, and who actually got 4th in last season's elimination race B-League, he will lead with Carrot in 2nd and Surfing Sharks in 3rd. It will now be, it seems that Team Magenta seems rather safe, but of course, as we've seen, no team is truly safe until they cross the finish line, and it will be the Blessed Fury have eliminated Whale from the Surfing Sharks. Considering that this team has not gotten a podium since event 7, this will definitely be a good result for both the team and the Marble, who was tied for the most valuable Marble award in the B League last season. But now it comes down to this final heat: Team Magenta versus Blessed Fury. Which of these pink teams will claim the gold medal in the elimination race? Blessed Fury have overtaken them in the Team Magenta. But unfortunately, Team Magenta had missed out on that jump pad. I think this might be it for Team Magenta, as they are unfortunately eliminated. They will be finishing 2nd. Back-to-back medals for Team Magenta, but it will be Carrot, who claimed their first gold medal. Who claimed not only their first gold medal, but their first podium for that matter, in dominant fashion. With 6 round wins, the most of any marble in an elimination race. Major 2nd, Whale 3rd, Reflected in 4th, 5th, Zoom 6, Liftoff 7, Lemmy says 8 as our top half. We'll see you at the podium. Let's Impurity were sitting at the bottom of the table for both the coaching championship and the main league and the overall standings. Let's see how the things change. Blue Newts, despite a poor finish for them, they will still lead with 110 points over Team Ludo with 90 points. The only other team that can still take the coaching championship out of the Blue Newts' hands, Dragonflies in third, Lemmy Newts in fourth. The Worms will still hold on to that top 5. Team Magenta in 6th, but Let's Impurity have jumped back up to the top half in 7th. And now looking at the overall standings, Team Lunar will hold their lead to a 15-point lead over the Blue Newts. Rising Waves in third, overtaking the fireworks after a subpar event. Lemmy Newts takes 137 points, 1 point away from the defending champions. Dragonflies with 132 points, and Reflecting Rodeos with 4th place. Climbing back up to 7th, Green Satellites hold on to 8th. Unfortunately, every team below them, Reflecting Rodeos and below, will be unable to win. Then let's see how things go in the final 3 events: Jousting, Team Mountain Cycling for the B League, and Zone Invasion for the finale.